Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Path of Exile. I have some great news today, not really anything related to the Let's Play or Path of Exile in general, but my internet is finally more or less fixed. Of course I say this now, it's about to break again in 2 minutes, recording a Let's Play episode. But right about now there should be a completely different, confusing looking image popping up on screen. Over here is what my internet has looked like more or less for the past month. Each of those big spikes is one of those big, huge, like 1,000+ ping spikes I've been complaining about left, right, and center. Right smack in the center is between those two big solid red pillars is what it was like kind of yesterday afternoon. It was better, but still not perfect. Last night, suddenly out of nowhere, there was just a huge wall of packet loss. I had like 60, 70, 80% packet loss constantly. Web pages wouldn't load. Nothing was working nice. It was terrible. But after about an hour of that, it just suddenly stopped, and my internet was all nice and smooth and clear, other than like 6 or 7 packets lost over the course of a 24-hour period. Considering this is something in the neighborhood of 100,000 trace routes getting done over the course of that 24-hour period, it's actually pretty damn nice. So I can actually go poke around in hardcore again without fear of dying every 20 minutes. Actually, it's actually every 5-10 minutes, all said and done. Maybe 10-15 minutes, but either way. Made things a lot easier. As far as Let's Plays go, last time we finished up Act 1, for the most part. We killed Mervale. In theory, yes we did, we can get to Act 2. I apparently left myself at 98% of experience for the next level. We can possibly get some skill gems here. Added fire, added cold, life gain on hit. Once again, I really don't know what the hell I am doing with any of this. Raises the question, do I want to grab any of these now? Life gain on hit is pretty nice. It's a big, huge round one. That's pretty easy to spot, so I can look for that quick. In case I have one, that's Iron Will. Not quite what I'm looking for. Knockback. Alright, I don't have one. I have some added damage stuck in there somewhere. My gem stash is just a mess, so... Life gain on hit will be pretty handy if I ever get something that I can link it in.
Fairgraves was a good...
And if I could pick this up, I could actually get some stuff. Kind of like this apparent chromatic gem thing I acquired at some point. Alright, we're still gonna go armorless. These gloves might be worth wearing. Increased evasion, variety of items found, life gain on each enemy hit. Nice. Do I have a spot for this green flare trap gem? Of course not. Why ever would I have that? So it can get sold. As you can get sold, you guys, I'm just going to try to sell everything. I apparently don't have room to sell everything. Let's try this again. There's the rest of everything. Alright, good, yeah, no? Okay, yeah, good enough. That's everything. I think we went through this last time. I didn't want any of those. And passive skill point book. That's never a bad thing. Gonna leave that for a minute just until I kill something in level.
Animals don't seem to run.
Brutus reward. We went through these as well, I believe. Yeah, don't want any of those at the moment either. So let's move on to the forest. We're gonna kill like 2 monkeys and level up. Okay, loading screens. Load faster. Fast. There we go. Thank you very much, game. Monkeys! Dead monkeys. And there's that level I was talking about. It was like 4 or 5 monkeys, but... Stop talking over me! Damn, freaking duelist. I don't know if these guys have official names, or they're all just supposed to be our names, or... I don't know. I'm not sure why I'm focusing so hard on this stuff. I will grab that large life flask, though. Monkey. Not pick up that 6 or 8%, whatever that was. Alright, just a quick little overview of what I want to do. I want to get blood magic for leveling, because I hate mana flasks. Mana flasks suck. They're okay, maybe, I don't know. It's going to be a while till I get there, because I'm not going to be, like, beelining straight from here over to there. It's a nice diamond flesh node over here. There's some mana gain on killing blows, which are actually pretty nice for leveling purposes. They're not exactly common pickups, but... So we'll grab some intelligence, some dexterity. We have some energy shield, which... I'm not sure. Do you need energy shield to get energy shield? Let's have energy shield. Yes. Just for kill these. And of course, I cannot wear this because I don't have the level. There we go. 4 energy shield. Let's see what happens when I equip that. Still just 4. Do I just not have enough intelligence? Plus 1%. Okay, that's what it is. I thought it was plus a solid amount, sort of like health. It's plus or 5 strength is 1 health. I lied. 2 strength is 1 life. So right now we're getting 21 health from our strength. I thought energy shield worked in a similar way. Apparently it does not. Now, I think I mentioned earlier, or I might not have really covered it earlier, sometimes, especially in hardcore, or if you're doing a race, you need to balance leveling between and surviving. This is softcore, it's actually anarchy, but, semantics there. Generally, you don't want to get too far ahead if it's a hardcore league. You want to kind of, be able to survive the content you're currently doing. It's always a good thing, for the most part, to be able to do that. Act 1, the ledge is a pretty nice area. It's an easy, straightforward farming all the way through. If you find yourself having a little bit of trouble, the packs of mobs there are pretty easy to kill. It's not much threat. There's no really tricky stuff. You just gotta watch out for Kaduku towards the end. He's not terribly difficult on normal, but he can, especially cruel and merciless, he gets to be a little difficult. Here in the forest, all these monkeys, this is also a pretty decent area to do a little bit of level grinding if you're finding yourself a little bit behind where you'd like to be. There's also Fell Shrine, which is a little more spread out. It might be a little quicker, maybe do a couple levels here, move on to Fell Shrine Ruins. But for the most part, this zone isn't too bad. There's really not a ton going on that you'd have to worry about. Pretty simple, straightforward, as long as you got the life flasks and stuff to just kind of plow through the packs of them. I've already gotten most of the level in the couple minutes I've been doing stuff here. Just thought of something. Thank God I'm recording the audio. Just kind of waiting for a big pack. The monkeys call down more monkeys from the trees, and then just wait for that to happen, and then just start spamming Rain of Arrows, in my case, on myself. This zone is actually probably not ideal if you're not using an AoE ability for leveling. I recommend using an AoE ability for the purpose of leveling. It speeds things up greatly. But even something like Infernal Blow, which actually is sort of AoE, this might be a little difficult if you're not killing multiple things like just outright right from the beginning. Having to wait till the first enemy dies, and they do move around a good amount, so it might be a little tricky with like Infernal Blow. But yeah, it's a decent zone to farm. Groost, yes, you're Aramir.
I've seen many an exile.
Let's stash some stuff here. Apparently I'm sticking those in there.
What?
Things even messier than previously. Brownie points for you if you know why I grabbed the staff seemingly randomly. Is there anything in particular I want to look for? Bows. Bows could be good to look for. Unfortunately, I don't want to use an alchemy at the moment, and none of these are particularly good. Let's go ahead and not the right thing. You know what? Let's just go ahead and throw something on this flask. 50% increased amount recovered, and 33% reduced recovery speed. Not terrible, not great. Alright, Act 2, we actually have quite a bit of options as far as what we're going to do if I pull up the right thing. We have a couple. Act 2 is great because you can go about this area in so many ways. There's a few things you have to do in the first half of the area. It kind of follows up this way and back down towards Prisoner's Gate. And then the second half of the area kind of goes up here through the Val Runes and all that stuff. We need to acquire Malagora Spike and the Baleful Gem, I want to say it is, in order to cut down a tree and kill it and get into the Val Runes before we bring down darkness upon everybody and they all die. We also have to kill some bandits. We should, in theory, go open the passage back to the prisoner's gate so people can get inland without having to go deal with the Cavern of Wrath and Cavern of Anger and all that stuff. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I don't really care where I want to go. We'll do river crossings. We'll go get the prisoner's gate. We'll do the way forward. I think that's the quest name now that I'm talking about it. We'll get some waypoints that we'll need for later. And then we will... That'll probably be it for this episode, unless I get really lucky with just kind of cruising through these areas. For the most part this way, you can just follow the road. It will bring you to the... We're in the river crossings. It will bring you to the Dark Forest entrance eventually. There's some rivers in the way and stuff that are annoying, but I fortunately leveled up, but I should probably have my life flasks equipped. It generally helps things a bit. A skill point to spend. Just more dexterity. Never have too much dexterity, but there's, keystones and the little bigger nodes tend to be a little bit nicer. I really should look. I unfortunately do not actually have really any link slots to work with. I never sold that either. I kind of mentioned it and just forgot about it. If I sell that, I get a chromatic orb because it's the red, blue, green, red, link, red, green, blue, whatever order you want to say the colors in. I'm kind of holding out on equipping armor also. I prefer being able to quickly split our burning arrow. I'm also going to put it out there. I'm not really sure what I want to do with this build yet. As far as like what skill I want to use. It's early still, so I'm going to be using Rain of Arrows for a while, but I'm open really to swapping out to anything. It's early enough also that if someone, suggests an actually really fun build, I will just reroll the character quick and levels that. Like I'm doing a bow duelist right now. If you have a dagger or a sword or any other kind of duelist that's actually particularly fun. The only requirements are it does have to have some degree of survivability. It can't just be some stupid face roll, LOL DPS default League build. I don't want to be dying non-stop. I do want to be able to survive to a degree. Occasional death is it doesn't have to have every health node on the passive skill tree, but I don't want to be dying every 2 seconds. Hey, if you know a build that's pretty fun, entertaining, a build of your own creation or something to that effect, let me know. I will give it a go. I'm kind of just doing whatever at this point. I was looking at some builds on the Duelist forum, and it's like, hey, this looks nice, this looks nice. It's like, okay, yeah, this sounds good, this looks good, this looks good. So I'm gonna take this from this build, and this build used mana flows I'm gonna kind of follow this build, okay, it does this. Oh, I know, I'm having mana problems. Oh, this other build takes mana flows. Let's do that. Oh, blood magic. Blood magic is good for leveling. This other build, neither one of these builds takes blood magic, but blood magic is great for leveling, so I'm gonna go grab that, and I'm just kind of doing whatever at this point. I have really no real direction whatsoever, so I am more than open to suggestions as far as builds go. I'm not leaving you with that little health. Alright, that's done. We can keep moving onwards. Why can't I move? Nothing's happening. Oh, this is the exit to the next zone. Ah, yeah, I gotta click that, not just walk through it. Alright, so the waypoint for Dark Forest was moved at some point. It now will appear somewhere along the road, eventually. Of course, the road does disappear. Just kind of gotta follow where you think it would go. Didn't work. I missed or whatever. And here it is right here. Not too far in. It'll be a little camp like this with a broken down wagon and a turn and more broken roads and stuff. At the moment, I'm still strong enough I can kind of just face tank the stuff without armor. It's going to be very quickly getting to the point where I'm not going to be able to do that. It's going to be a little bit disappointing, but here's There's the Weaver's Chamber. I'm curious, how long into the episode are we? Almost 20 minutes in. When we get the Western Forest waypoint, maybe we'll kill... What's her name? Lyra? I'm not sure what her name is. For the, I don't remember the quest name.
My spirit is spent.
Dealing with bandits? Is that it? I don't remember. All I know is you gotta kill 2 or 3 bandits and help 1 or 0 bandits. Or actually help 1 bandit or help the forest encampment exiles. I'd really love to have a instant use health flask. But I should probably... I'm gonna grab a couple health nodes early. But for the most part, I'm gonna try to avoid those as long as possible. Right now, it's just kind of interesting because I don't really have anything in the way of armor. So I'm not wearing any, so... 35 life. Increased physical damage. I'm gonna stick with the increased physical damage for the moment. I'm like this, you know? Of course, as I say, that's something drops, but... It's like 3 linked slots. Green, red, green. That would be perfect if it was not an axe. Likewise with that. Has a link. It's a shield. And a shield with a link. And this is probably going to be a pretty crappy bow. Either way, the links don't really help me. Pulse accuracy. Junk. So you can see my mana, it does regen at a pretty good rate. These guys, I just need a new bow pretty much at this point, but... Alright, onward to the Western Forest already. I don't know if I should say already. It's a level 17 zone, 18 zone. Oh, 21 zone. I'm level 17. Yeah, I got confused. It happens. More often than I'd like, but... I gotta be careful here. The purple... pinkish kind of guys do explode. They do fire damage. I have probably 0 fire resist. I have 30 fire resist minimum. 36 fire resistance, so I do have that helmet. Normally speaking, swap out just for a ruby ring at this point, just so they don't kill you. You can just kind of walk past them without taking damage, so that also works. Just kind of run around until they all explode and kill themselves, and then you can just move on past them. Like here. Oh, he's gonna kill me? No, sorry. I'd like to have a Quicksilver flask charge, but I'm wandering off. I need to follow the road for a moment and get the waypoint. You know, weird things happen. The power could go out in 2 minutes and I'd have to run back from the Dark Forest. No one has time for that. Die. Poison arrow. So, oh, I'll stick that in. Why not? Sure. I don't have a slot for that. At the moment, anyway. Probably something I'm going to end up doing, just buying a bunch of equipment just for slots at this point. So I'm not finding anything. Oh, having armor would definitely help, but... Here, these things are getting a little stronger. I got the rare mob in the pack. I've decided, the first 40 episodes of this, I went back and forth swapping out names of what I was calling these guys. I have decided just on going with the same colors as the magics or magic mobs, elite, which are the blues, the rares, which are the yellow, and the uniques, which are the orange named.
My spirit is spent.
And I'm out of mana, and I almost died. Would have been nice. Really need a green-red link so I can get some life gain on hit gems running. That would be the ideal thing to occur. It is possible to kill these guys before they explode on you. It's a little tricky. Okay, I see. Do I want to go with armor yet? That's the big question. The other big question is, can I actually handle the increased mana cost without driving myself insane? Now I'm slow. This is horrible. It's poison arrow. Apparently I had armor on anyway. So, oh yeah, oh, this is horrible. My god, I'm so much slower. I know I've had that on for a little bit already. Before I do that, I don't have one with me. Equipped, so that I can actually use my skill gems. 19 mana versus 13. Note to self, don't compare stuff while I'm standing still with enemies running at me. It's like, oh, one guy, I can handle that. His friends, not so much, evidently. I should have done what I was going to do there in town, but I did not. Oh well. Yay for Quicksilver flasks. I made my way all the way over here, and I'm out of Quicksilver flasks. What I really need, though, is a new bow. Here we go. Just kill these guys. Hopefully they won't kill me. I'm quite a bit under level for this area. And that I just was honestly not expecting. His double strike apparently hurts more than I thought. Or I was just paying absolutely no attention whatsoever to my health, and I was a lot lower than I thought I was. Extra armor, extra dexterity. Good deal. Just for, you know, amusement's sake. Do I have anything? Can't be shocked. No, I was kind of wondering if I had any new items. Oh, I think this is the axe I was talking about in the last episode that I never actually showed off. This was pretty nice for leveling. When I used this up to about level like 50, 55 actually. It has a ton of damage on this. Good attack speed, it's got the extra rarity, the life gain on hit, the extra movement speed, and hits can't be evaded, so you don't need to grab Resolute technique while you're using that. It's a pretty nice axe. I found it, and even if it's like not normally what you'd use, it's a really nice axe for what it is and does. Alright, so we're running back over there, as I accidentally minimized the game rather than clicking Audacity, because for whatever reason it does not want to stay behind Path of Exile. Okay, it wants to stay behind Path of Exile by staying directly behind Path of Exile, so I can't actually see it. So I'm going to drop a town portal, so if I happen to die again, you know, this whole face tanking everything might not work forever, obviously. It has not worked. Twice so far. So hopefully here it'll go a little better. Which one is the boss? There he is.
My spirit is spent.
His normal attacks, not a big deal. When he uses his double strike, though, that's when it hurts. Big spike of damage. Really don't want to get hit by that. Curious, too, which does more damage. A little bit of desync, but not to lag on my end, which is fine, I don't care. Exploding guy, not good, and there we go. He uses his stuff a couple times in a row, does hurt. I am embarrassed to say I have died now twice to this guy. But he will die in about a second. Unfortunately, he does not drop loot anymore. Alright, there we go. That's all done and over with. And I'm going to conserve town portal scrolls for the moment. And if we go back to Act 1, back to Lion Eye's Watch, and speak with Bestel, we get skill points, I think. And a song. I kind of skipped the song, though. Alright, past the skill point. What are we spending the last point on? Some life. So it goes up to 16% with that last node, so we're at 242. We're now at 257. Not a huge deal yet, but that'll be changing in the near future. And just real quick, let's spend a minute or two looking for a Lyra. Honestly, not sure. Probably die horribly to a Lyra again. Who knows? We'll find out shortly. But mainly, I just want a new bow very badly. Oh, there's a level up at least. More health. This again, no, I'm doing stuff with enemies still alive. Probably not the best thing I could be doing. Alright, we're looking for an NPC icon on our minimap somewhere. It does show up a little bit outside the corner minimap. So I do explode you. Kill all your friends. Just run through some more of your friends, open some chests. I will go ahead and kill this big pack after these martyrs explode themselves. Big packs like this are obviously pretty much always worth stopping for. Unless it was like last episode when I went back to the title island, 10 levels over the area, and I was getting like 1 experience for each kill. Probably not worth it.
My spirit is spent.
But especially rare mobs, worth killing. They get 5 times the experience. Chance of some decent loot while you're leveling up. Loot is always good, unless you're like really gone nuts and you have a ton of stuff sitting in your stash ready for leveling, which some people do. I envy you. It's nice to have stuff all set and ready to go. Likewise, anyone watching this video, you're rolling up a new character in Anarchy, you want some starter gear. I might not have actual gear. I can toss a few flasks your way, a stack and have identify scrolls. Town portal scrolls are a little more short order. I tend to not really have a lot of those. I usually have some flasks flying around I can toss your way. Quicksilver or 2, granite perhaps. Once you start getting up into Cruel and Merciless, that granite flasks make a big difference. We're coming up to just over 30 minutes. Pretty much if it's not... Let's see what we have left to explore. Basically, I'm going to check here quick. If it's not right over there, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video. And... cut the video? Yeah, okay. Here we go. It was right over here, so we're going to do this quick, and that'll be the end of the episode. Explode already. Explode. I said explode. There we go. Now you can kill your friends. The selection process for who gets to be a martyr, or rather, who gets to not be a martyr, must be pretty sucky. I mean, you got all these guys, and they end up just running in and killing themselves. We'll upgrade to that soon enough. Level 21, I'm level 19, 18. Same difference. Hey, it is a Lyra. We want to kill her because max mana. Who needs more mana? Not I. Get rid of her friends. Normal difficulty of these fights are pretty easy to deal with. Just want to really get rid of the ads, then just focus on bosses in these fights. You do have to complete them in one shot, which I actually might have a little bit of trouble with here, the way this is looking. Oh. Oh, I'm trying to spam fire traps by pressing the 2 key, apparently. Doesn't work so well. Just kill these zombies that she raises to get some extra charges. Need some health. Soon I'm gonna need health anyway. Gotta be careful, she does use Detonate Dead. Hurt a little bit. I have health regen from something, so I'm actually kind of okay. Just basically a long, boring little showdown fight. Just gotta kind of dart around a little bit. Regenerating life now. That must have been the tail end of a potion. Or a flask, rather. I had a regen amulet. Oh. Want to stay away from those undead. Or the dead bodies, rather. Alright, so that didn't end particularly well. Go ahead and for the... Nah, we'll do it quick at the beginning of the next episode. We're over 30 minutes, right? We're up to 33 minutes. I just need a new bow. That's it. That's all I want. It's not too much to ask. 11 to 25? Hey, that could be a possibility. Current attack speed on that. 1.55. Increased elemental damage. That's whatever. Let's check Act 2 real quick, and then we'll end the episode after that. It'll be updated for tomorrow, so whatever. Groost,
What?
do you have anything good? 25, 25, 25. I'll grab you just to have it, just in case. It's only an orb of transmutation. That's going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Path of Exile. Next time, hopefully we will die significantly less. I don't know what's going on with this guy's... Oh, he's switching between daggers and rapier. So it's like half flipping back and forth. Alright. Anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, rate, and or subscribe. Have a great day.